What up, peeps? Y'all see this right here? This where it says surname, what the last name is? Well, surname. And you see where it says given name? Michael Eugene. That's the given name. These passports are designed to identify you as the natural person. Natural person has a surname and a given name. You see where it says nationality? It does not say United States. It says United States of America. That's the private side. Okay? Even at the top of the passport, it says United States of America. Okay? I need y'all to understand this is why this, if you haven't seen my video where I was talking about back in when I was speaking about identification. You have to understand the difference between this, people call it a straw man, your legal person. That's where they have your name. Keep in mind, and keep in mind, this is for commercial, it's still for commercial purposes. That's why they call you a natural person. Okay. That's why they call you a natural person. Okay. Human being. But if you look in the definition of a natural person, it tells you it's a human being. It describes it as well. Only you have the fingerprint, heartbeat, pulsating, arteries or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. That's the living. That's the private side. Okay. So let me put that damn thing up before I lose it. Yeah. And in that other video, when I was talking about how the Department of Justice, and when I showed you on the Department of Justice website, it was talking about how, the driver's license was never intended to be used as a form of identification. Only the passport and identification card, was intended for those purposes. But of course, the passport is always the best. For one, because the passport is the only document that was used to that actually identifies you, with your name. It breaks your name up like I just showed you with the surname and the given name. Because only a living man or woman has a surname and a given name. That's what your father and your mother gave you when you were first born. Or they gave you, it was a given name and the surname, which is your family name. Okay? And I'm going to stop real quick about this. Some people, they get caught up with these etymology words, these obsolete meanings of words, because they don't want to be called family. They don't want to use the word family because the original word of a family, the meaning is house servant or something like that, slave or whatever. And I'm like, you can't use obsolete meanings and use them in 2023 and try to hold on to these old. That's like your mind being stuck in the slavery days and keep blaming the white man as to why you can't prosper. Okay, the times change, the laws change, that's why the statutes continue to change. That's why the Constitution continues to get amended. That's why, hell, even people who are tax preparers, they prepare people's taxes. They have to keep taking these classes because even the tax laws change. So you have to change with the times. You can't stay stuck in one era and then try to apply that in today's world. Okay, because even back then, women didn't even have the rights that we have now. So you got some people saying, "Oh, the children actually belong to the father." That's back in the days, not 2023. Okay, you got to move with the times. Now back to my topic. This is one of the reasons why I used to talk about registering a name. I used to talk about you getting a DBA, whether it's called in your state, whether it's called a DBA. An assumed name, a trade name, or a fictitious name. In Florida, they call it a fictitious name. It's called a trade name here in Georgia. I know in Minnesota, remember the assumed name certificate? They call it assumed name in Minnesota. So different states call it different things. So, but bottom line is the purpose of that is it separates the natural person from the legal person. The legal person is the name that you do business with every single day. When you open up a bank account, your bank card, your bank card, your debit card. It has the name in all caps written all the way across there. Yes, your name is in all caps on your passport, but it also labels it as a surname and a given name. Okay, so you don't want to get the all caps thing, get hung up on that to the point to where now you just stuck right there and you can't move forward from that, from the all caps part. It still calls it a surname and a given name. They're not going to do it in its proper style. But but it still creates a separation when you actually register a name. You create a DBA, because now you can always use as evidence to distinguish between the two, as evidence in any court action. It even says it in all your state statutes. Look in your state statutes and look up what they're talking about when it comes to registering those names, when registering a business name. There's something called I'm gonna find, what is it? Business Act. Hold on a second. I think it's called Assumed Business Name Act. I think that's what it's called. And there's one, and you can actually see it in North Carolina. They break it down real good in there. And I forgot what it's called here in Georgia. But that act, if you look in that act, it tells you that the purpose for it is to actually separate your real name, so we can distinguish between, find out who the real name of the person who's doing business in that name. Just like your debit cards, your driver's license, your social security card, they all have first, middle, and last name written on them. Even the passport. First, well, no, not the passport. I'm talking about the passport application, but no, even the passport application has surname and, and your given name on there. But the thing is, you don't want to, I need to go pull one of those up just to show it and just to make sure. But anyway, the things that we use in day-to-day business, we have, your debit card, all your bank cards, your credit cards, your social security cards, your driver's license. It has first, middle, and last name. It does not say given name and surname. It don't have none of that written on there, because that identifies to the natural person, which is, in commercial terms, is talking about the living man or woman. So that's why they use the word natural person. That's why they use, persons. People don't want to be called a person, but you have to distinguish which type of person you're talking about, natural or artificial, And I showed y'all in a previous video. You go look at my last video. I did it last year sometime. Well, I was talking about a natural person versus what I call it. I forgot the name of it. But go look at my history. You'll see it. But I just want y'all to understand, that's why it's important to even do a DBA. Do a DBA. You need something on the record to prove that you're different, that you're the natural person, and you're not operating, and you know who you are in reference to that name, in relation to that name. So you want to always take your time and go look into your state statutes. Everybody's statutes have different procedures as to how to do it. I saw only one state, I forgot what state it was, that don't even do registration names, trying to register a straw man name or whatever, but I forgot what state it is. You have to look that up. Just look it up in your state, man. But it's always good to know it, be able to make sure you have something on the county recorder's office or something somewhere in one of these agencies' records, where you can actually distinguish between the straw man, the legal fiction. I'm gonna say the legal name and your given name, your natural name. So that's why I just thought I'd make this little video because Tamara, what's her damn name? God damn. I'm having a brain fart all of a goddamn sudden. Is this my next video, I'm gonna tell y'all the name of this lady's Tamara. I want to say it's Bush. Tamara Bush or something like that. She's you might want to check out her YouTube channel. She talks about the SESTA KV Act as well. So and she breaks that down in a phenomenal fashion. So she has a great channel, great information. She helps break down a lot of the consumer laws, how to get stuff off your credit, and that's where that's vital. You need to know that you're not the fiction that they're saying owes the debt, because you don't owe no damn debt. It's the person that owes the debt, so-called owes the debt. But you can get things discharged, or You know, when you know who you are and you're able to provide the documentation to those parties, you know, the proof of who you are, and know how to assert those federal laws, those, accordingly, you can actually get your remedies when it comes to your finances, your court cases, your credit reports and stuff like that. You can handle that stuff when you know who you are, and you apply the knowledge that you learn. The paperwork is actually how you're gonna having the proper paperwork and documentation in order. You know, that's what's gonna really help you. You know, even creating a trust. She mentioned, I saw one video, she said it was on TikTok. She's on TikTok as well. And she gave an idea I was thinking about. Because I got 398 numbers and I ain't never used neither one of them. But she was talking about making your 98 trust a trustee for your revocable living trust, your domestic trust. I never thought about that. Smart ass move. And so, like, so that's what I'll probably, look into in my next trust. I'm like, since I didn't do it, I've already made the legal person, the trustee, along with another entity, of course. But that's a good idea too. So these are things that there's so many different ways you can actually protect yourself. But a trust is another way too, because that's also a natural, that's actually, you're operating in the private there too. And I was talking to my guy Clarence about this type of stuff too just last night. He's probably watching this video. Shout out to Clarence. So we'll probably talk. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that too. Oh, something else I did yesterday. I learned. I think I did a video on this yesterday. I actually went ahead and I typed up a grant deed, and I granted the straw man where the straw man grants the birth certificate. Keep in mind, you have an interest. The natural person whose name is on any legal document has have an interest. You have a security interest in any document with your name on it. That includes your birth certificate. So what I did was granted it over to my trust, using a grant deed. And I had it notarized, had 2 witnesses on it, and I went and recorded it in the county recorder's office yesterday. So, I'll be putting that adding that to my UCC. Because I did my UCC and my UCC 1. And I went you can add it by using the UCC 3. That is an amendment. So you can actually use that to actually amend your original filing by adding property, adding a debtor, subtracting a debtor, little different things you could do with the amendment. That's what the amendment form is for. So, and I'll be doing that online too. So once it gets filed and I get that back in the mail, because they'll mail it back to me. But I want to get a filed copy, with the book and file number on it, and I'll go ahead and put that in my UCC as collateral, to secure my interest as well. So anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here. I like kind of keep y'all up to date on some of the stuff I got going on. I'm about to take my ass to the gym, see if I can get fine as hell. So yeah, any comments, anything, any questions or whatever, leave them in the comment section, and I'll make a video if it's video worthy, or I can just answer right in the comment section. It don't matter. You can also email me, dunamismichaels@gmail.com. That's DUNAMISMICHAELS@gmail.com. And we can go from there. And I'll reach out to you. If we need to talk on the phone, we can do that as well. I got time now, y'all. I'm back in this shit like I was in 19. So, and I think I got something much more powerful than back in 19. I'm a hell of a lot more sharper than I was back then. I don't teach the old shit I used to teach. Some of it I still can vouch for, but some of it I don't go for it, and I don't talk about it because it's hit and miss, because the more you learn, the more you kind of move forward. You don't keep on sticking with the old shit. Some people stick with old shit because, y'all forgive me, I fuck around and hit the damn button and stop it from recording. But anyway, I said all I need to say in the damn way, so I'm gonna combine this little short ass clip with that long ass clip, and just make it all one, do some editing and go ahead and get on off of here. But y'all get at me later. We'll get at y'all on the next video, y'all. Any other topics y'all want to talk about, you know, or need me to make a video about, just make a comment in the comment section. I'll make a video on it. But there's a few other things I want to share, so I'll probably be dropping a couple more videos today too, because I got some screenshots and some websites I got put on the, you know, to the side that I want to share with y'all as well. I even found a case law that speaks about you know, when people talk about, you know, when these judges want to talk about you don't have a license to practice law. This is why you never in not one video, even from back in 2019, I never sit here and say this is not a legal advice. You know, basically, you know, this is for educational purposes only. I don't do that shit, because you can talk about law whatever you want to. You ain't got to have no damn license to practice law. The shit don't damn exist. Nobody has a license to practice law. So y'all make sure y'all get. I'm gonna prove that to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I mean, most of y'all already know that shit, but I'm gonna show you case law in my next video. So y'all hold it down. We'll talk to y'all later.